Jag ska slänga ihop trunken först också, tänkte jag. Ja, det tror jag. Det är så här varmt ut alltså. Den var lite fuktig faktiskt.
Och lekvar.
Ja.
Stör inte mig.
Okej. Doften stör inte alltså.
Okej.
Du var.
Vitlöken igår var värre.
Åh jäklar, vitlöken igår alltså.
Nej men det är fan.
Cool.
Så att det doftar gott men.
Cool. Det var livet. Det är väl livet. Hi Dojan. Hi Pupper. Hi Siri. Oh, had I misspelled something? Thank you for paying attention and fixing for me. Gotta water them strawberries, right? These runners are going crazy. Where do we want the next plant to be? Oh, look at this big strawberry. Sweet. And I'm considering chopping these potatoes actually, because they're going to cover the rest of the things. These are going to be like this tall, I think. Last year they were about that tall. So they will shade the other things were planted. I'm worried, at least. serious flower bed. It's popping. It's popping. So these little guys have gotten their first true leaves. So you can see these first leaves are just like soft with no texture. And they're called cytalodomblad in Swedish. I don't know the English word for it. And then you have these, which are the first true leaves. That looks like the plant leaves actually will look. Most plants look the same when they sprout. The first leaves look the same for a tomato or for a flower. They all pretty much look the same. But these are, yeah. Cotyledon. Cotyledon. So the first leaves are called cotyledon. Just removing some dandelions. Because dandelions are too short to be in here. I don't mind dandelions, I think they're pretty. But they will be hidden underneath, so they just drink water for no reason. They don't fit this planting. They're too small. Because the rest of the stuff here will be like 30 to 60 centimeters, I think. High danger. Oh, I call. M-boy. How are you doing today? Doyan, can you not tell your military friends not to have an exercise? I'm trying to stream here. Hey, don't drive around with your choppers. And I'm pretty sure these are grass roots, but I think grass can stay in this plantation because grass grows to be 60 centimeters tall, and I think that's going to be pretty together with the flowers. Hi, damn Swede. So yeah, things are popping. Things are happening. Not super fast, but it's the first stage that is the slowest. So from here on, in a month or so, they will probably be this tall. And then by end of August, they will flower and be like 30 to 70 centimeters tall. That's true, damn Swede. That's true. Doesn't work that way. I know you know that. I just wanted to clarify so no one watching this thinks I can do that. These little guys are doing fine. They're super firm and strong. So right now they're probably struggling with water. So you see them not growing so much. And plants are really smart. They can themselves decide where to grow. If they want to grow foliage, which is the green stuff, or if they want to grow roots. So these are coming from indoors where they got quite low light and they didn't need so much root system to cool the leaves. And then we put them outside, and here outside they get a lot of sun, so they need a lot of root system. So they've spent probably a month here just building root system. They haven't really grown much in the foliage department because they couldn't have supported it. If the foliage would have grown out now, the plant would have died because it didn't have roots enough to supply water. So instead, is that a musk rose? Yes, it is. So instead they grow roots, so as to be better capable of bringing water to the plant. But again, in about a month or so, they will start growing like crazy. Plants are smart. I was gonna go to the apple tree, I'm sorry. Debating you like that. So this is the first year since we planted this apple tree, and it's growing these long leggy branches. That's not what you want. You want them to be splitting and dividing and branching off. But we're gonna wait with that until August, because now the more foliage it has, the more root system it needs to grow. So if we let all the foliage stay, it will grow a larger root system because it needs to, and then we can chop it down. And then it would have a large root system and not a lot of leaves, and that will create a plant, or a tree in this case, that will be very resilient to drought. And that's what I want, to make it strong and to survive even the driest of summers. Because if it's too dry, it can't produce fruit. So there's no point in having a lot of greenery or foliage if you don't have a root system that can support bearing fruit. Then you're just growing compost. And I mean, you grow apple trees, right, for the fruit. So if it can't supply the water, it will not grow the fruit, and Johannes will not be happy. Hi, Beast Mode. I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you? Oh, I already fueled her up. Sweet. Choke. lives here. thanks you for saying it's beautiful. Hi William, I'm good, thank you. Great. Great. Yeah, Doyan, I was like, but I'm not gonna wear socks today, unless I have to. I'm gonna do some weed whacking later, and then I'm gonna have to. So I'm cheating as much as I can now. TSH16. Yeah, we're in Sweden. So when someone says state, I always think they mean America, and we're not in America. Let's do this. That's actually first, so I can move the van. I saw your comment on my YouTube video this morning. Thank you for doing that. Feels good, man. I think it is. I think it's a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite chores because it's something that has to be done, but it's relaxing. Most of the things I do here on the farm is quite physically intensive, but this is just relaxing, using your forearms a little bit. But other than that, it's just relaxing it. You basically get to look at your property, like ride around, see the views, but not exhaust yourself. So I think it's a lot of fun. When I was a kid, I didn't like it. Then again, when I was a kid, I didn't have a ride-on lawnmower. That changes everything. First city? You live in Kuwait. I don't know why I got the feeling you were from Kuwait. Because I'm like, what country is basically just a city? I'm like, Kuwait. Kuwait is just a city. Not just, but I mean, it's a city. I love Kuwait. When I was a kid, we had a push lawnmower that didn't have drive on the wheels even. And doing, I think we have about 1.5 acres, or 1.5 hectare, 1.5 hectares of lawn. This would take you probably 4 or 5 days to cut if you didn't have a ride-on lawnmower. Singapore. Ah, I see. That's cool. Never been. I've been to Hong Kong airport once. I think that's the closest. Singapore is like a really cool city. parking lot, which is the largest open area I'm cutting. We're also going to cut our inner garden, and we're going to cut paths in our pastures. I have a lot of footpaths as well. But I figured I'd start out here so I can move the van. Not super hot either after it. So far it's quite chill. And also, I just noticed my rig is not connected to Wi-Fi. Hey, we need to fix this. Or Wi-Fi, to the phone rather. Why? Because you guys are getting like poopy bitrate. Obtaining IP, verifying complete. Now that's better. Or no? Now it's ramping up again. Yes, though, man. I play ice hockey. So tonight I have a practice, second day in a row. So I really look forward to that. Getting in the rink to be sweaty but cold. It's the best summer activity. Casey, it was just by chance. We had a farm, my family had a farm when I was a kid. So we had it as a summer place. So I spent a lot of days out in the forest and stuff with my grandpa. But no, I was never a farmer. And I say I'm a farmer, but I'm not really a farmer either. We don't grow any produce here. We're just focusing on tourism and visitors. So we have a cafe, we have a restaurant and such. But we ended up here, me and my girlfriend, because my parents bought this place 4 years ago. And we were going to move to Stockholm, me and my girlfriend. So we sold our apartment we had. And before we had to move out of the apartment, we didn't find a new place in Stockholm that we liked. So we were like, oh, let's take one of the houses on my parents' property for now, and we don't have to be in such a rush finding a place in Stockholm. But after the first summer here, we were kind of hooked. We're like, living like this is the dream. Why would we ever want to go to Stockholm? I mean, I say, why would we ever? But who knows in the future? But right now, it feels so far-fetched, and we really love it out here. So this year is kind of the first year I'm a part of the family business, helping them out with that. Last year I was only focusing on building our own garden outside our own house and getting that settled with my extra time. And I also was streaming a lot, but I was streaming video games. But then At the end of last summer, I stopped streaming altogether. And just 2 months ago, I realized, hey, let's start streaming my gardening, because we had the gear, and my girlfriend saves every single stream, and I love that. So I had the idea that I would stream what I'm doing with the garden as a video album of my work here, to see the progress, to see how we grow the farm, and how we change this place in our lifetime, if we end up living here that long, that is. Imagine being 80 and being able to watch what you were doing when you were 30. To me, that sounds like a really good, fun thing. That is probably the biggest reason why I do this, but also I think it's a lot of fun. Otherwise, I would just be out here by myself, and now I got you guys to keep me company. My gaming stream, SM0003. It's Mowing, or SM for sure. And my current name on Twitch, this is the same account, but the current name on Twitch is Johannes, which is my name. And then Liv in Swedish means life. So it's the Swedish title is Johannes Life. But then I emailed Twitch and I asked them if they think I should keep streaming, because I was considering going to YouTube instead. And Twitch really liked my stream and what I'm doing here, so they offered me partnership and exposure on like their front page and stuff. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm on the Nordic front page, and potentially in the future I will even get the global front page. But before that, I needed to change my streaming language to English. Otherwise, I could only get the Swedish front page. So my name doesn't make as much sense now, but I'm okay with that. and welcome back. Glad you found me again. Other hobbies before I start farming? Work has been my hobby for my whole life. I used to work as a photographer, and that's all I identified with, and that's all I spent my time doing. I had my own company between I was 18 basically and 26. So that's what I did my entire young adult life, pretty much. And for hobbies, I started playing ice hockey when I was 22. I've always been quite a social guy. Parties, hanging out with friends, stuff like that. The fuck out of this. If I leave this place more than once every 3 weeks, something is wrong, you know. Let's do this. Let's cut like this. So I'm gonna do that later anyway. So there was a rock in the path here. So right about here, that big rock there was under here, so I had to dig up like a huge area to get it out, and I'm just waiting for the grass to regrow. It's gonna take a year or two. So I put out the stones like a little fence to try to make people avoid stepping on it, letting the grass recover. Peter, yeah. Yes. This is what we call home. What did we decide to go for a change? That's a good question. Coincidence. Coincidence. So I started streaming on Twitch 2016, and then the idea was I want to take my skills as a photographer to create a live show, to be able to support myself financially from anywhere in the world. I was super into the idea of moving for good, like being able to live like a year in Canada, a year in Thailand maybe, and a year in Hungary, and a year in Amsterdam, and a year in like Germany, like being able to move. And to facilitate that, the idea was, hey, let's go on the interwebs and make money there instead of having clients that you have to travel for and deal with. I wanted to be my own boss fully, because even though I've always been self-employed, your customers are kind of your boss, because you need to please them just like you need to please your boss. You get it? And I wanted to get away from that, being more on my own. So I started streaming on Twitch. I did that full time for 2 years, and I really didn't get anywhere. I think I had like 20 viewers max after 2 years doing that full time. On average, that is. So it didn't really work out, so I gave up on that. And I just recently started streaming again. Since we moved out here and I've been working on the farm, life has changed a bit, and I feel like I have something unique to give, or something different. Not unique, different. So I know this stream is not for everyone on Twitch, but I've gotten a lot of compliments and good feedback, so I feel like we're on the right track. And also it's a lot of fun for me. If you were with me when I told the story, I'll repeat myself. But otherwise, the two reasons why I love streaming is one, in 50 years I'll be able to go back and look at my footage to see all the work I've done here and see our progress. Like yesterday I took down a tree here that was dead, and I could go back and look how it was before I took down the tree and how it is now without the tree. And also this tree here, Mother really wants me to take that down, and I kind of want to take it down too, but I've been on the fence, so I haven't yet, but I think I'm going to take down that tree too. So when I'm 80, I can look back at these streams and see how it was before and after, how things are growing, and all the renovations we're doing, so we can see the progress of that. So it's like a photo album, but in video and constant. So right now I still have some technical issues to work through, and like bandwidth limitation on my data plans, etc. And I don't make any money doing this, really. So I can't stream everything, but the goal is to stream 12 hours a day, 5 days a week. So Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So it's like literally my entire life, except a few hours in the evening when I can be alone. But right now I don't have battery power that would do that, because my batteries takes too long to charge, so I need like 3 more batteries to do that. And also I would need way more data plan to be able to support that. Or a Wi-Fi system for like 3,000 euros. But I'm happy with this. We're streaming like 100 hours a month. Naomi, English only, and 3,000 euros is, yeah, it's more than I've made on streaming in total, I think. But this is fun. And also the second reason I didn't say, the second reason why I love doing this show, is it's way less lonely being out working by yourself. It's not so fun. But it kind of feels like I have a lot of friends to talk to, and it makes it way less lonely. So it's super nice for me as an individual. So I'm just gonna try something out here, how it looks. Cars as well. Oh, did the stream die? Why does it keep disconnecting from the... That's weird. Let me check a thing. Here it says it's doing 7,000. So I don't know what's wrong. Actually. And I think today speed. We have sound suite. So I was saying the rig is overheating, and I mean it's 30 something degrees, so I'm not surprised. So we only have battery. When the rig is overheating, it doesn't charge, so I can only stream for 2 hours. And that's kind of the reason why I don't stream more than I do. That I still have so many technical issues, and I absolutely hate technical issues. Good. Let's try that. Did that work better? Nope. Are we back? Are we there yet? Are we doing it, fam? Sound is back, but no picture. Video still frozen. I'll just restart the stream then. Or actually, Siri, you're inside. Can you do that? Can you run up and restart OBS and then just press go live again? So like turn off OBS, turn it back on again.